Hello and welcome back to another video about Honkai Impact. Today we are going to do the side stories of the part Beyond the Stars. So the side story progress of the little Vitas here. And we begin with red, then orange, green, purple, cyan, blue, and then yellow. Let's start with red. Shh, come over quick, I've already stood guard for the whole day. We can't let that culprit escape. Pursuit. Ain't you a fast runner? Get moving now. Let's see. That kid on the street. The commotion had passed. The street was now empty and a spitfire of a girl stood in the middle of the road, hands on her hips, looking around conspicuously. Hey there, Red. Huh? What are you doing here? We're having such nice weather, so I figured I'd take a stroll. Keep your voice down. I'm hot on the trail of this real slime boy who's doing research on monsters. Monsters? Must be some kind of Honkai beast. The number in the city is increasing. We have to deal with them before they cause a panic. Conducting research on those monsters is a dangerous proposition. You're telling me that's why I've got to apprehend him and bring him to justice as fast as possible. Based on the clues Queen collected for me, the person carrying out this secret research is Dr. Finn from the clinic. He often goes around this time. So you're just standing here waiting for him to show up? Exactly. Queen is always telling me to hold out for the bigger fish, but there's no time for that now. Fair enough. However, biological research on this magnitude isn't something a single doctor can handle. Dr. Finn is getting assistance from others. This could go far deeper than we thought. What are you getting at? If there are any others involved, Dr. Finn could be the key to busting this entire operation wide open. If he hasn't got on to us yet, we can tail him and have him lead us to them. That sounds like I'm listening to Queen's sermon all over again. Fine, since both of you seem too adamant about it, we tell Finn when he appears. Is he actually going to show up through? A few moments later, a medicinal odor filled the air. And a slender young man appeared. Hey Finn, stop right there. Never happened to taking him. Guess her concerns regarding the monster research are just too great. Oh, not you again. The moment Finn saw the irate Red, he broke off in a desperate spin just as Red was about to catch him. The ominous pounding of footsteps could be heard from a distance. Monster. So, hey, you were basically a professional sprinter a moment ago. Now's the time to choose to freeze. Just as the Honkai beast was about to pounce on Finn, Red charged forward with so much speed as he could muster and tackled him out of the way. Red, seeing Fuhua breaking through the encirclement of Honkai beasts and running up to shield Red, the panicked Finn hesitated for but a brief moment and then turned to flee, gritting his teeth. Red, are you alright? Ouch, don't mind me. Go get Finn. I should have thought that through. You'll be fine, I deal with them. Okay. Darn it, Finn locked the door, how dare ye? Yes. My voice. Hopefully it doesn't die. Sorry for screwing up the plan. Now our only clue has gone missing. It's all because of me. It's okay. You're worried about the danger Finn's research might pose to the city. It stands to reason that you want him apprehended soon. Now rather than later. Why do I always end up causing trouble for everyone? I'm always telling myself not to be so impulsive, but whenever it's go time, my mind goes blank and I rush in. That's because you're concerned about everyone's safety. You want to protect the residents of the city. Don't be too hard on yourself, Fred. This kind of passion is a good thing to have, especially as a city representative. That's encouraging and all, but Finn blocked the path and with him gone, so is our only clue. I'm not any closer to solving the problem than I was before. I let a dangerous criminal run free. I'm so pissed with myself right now. Don't blame yourself, be fine, Finn. Now you're more familiar with this place than I am. Think for a moment, are there any other paths nearby we can take? Nearby paths, there's a path fairly close to here that's blocked by wood boxes. It was a small refuge I made for stray cats, but they've all found loving homes now. We can head over there. Oh, and if I get hot-headed and try rushing in the next time, you have to stop me. There's no need to change who you are. If any bad guys show up, leave them to me. No, I've got to try. I can't keep causing trouble for everyone. Now, let's go. Physical smash. Smash break special obstacles that appear during exploration. When necessary, a great tip will appear during the conversation in mission guidance. Yes. Okay. Got to say, I underestimated you. Let's keep going. Huh? More monsters? I handled them. Yes. Okay. Yeah, let us handle them really quick. Perfect. The smell. It's Finn. We are not far from him. A fork in the road. Which way should we go? Should we split up? We've encountered resistance twice already. Sticking together is the safer option. But which way could Finn have gone? Why on earth is that idiot studying such dangerous monsters? What if he ends up hurting himself and others? Finn had to have passed through here, so he could have left some traces behind. Is there anything about him that's distinct? Something that would make it easier for us to track him? Well, he is a doctor in the city clinic, so you probably have a medicinal smell on him, Finn. But I can't rely on scent alone to determine which way he went. Oh, I'm always like this, dropping the ball at crucial moments. No, this is a valuable clue. Well done, I take it from here. Yeah. Yes. No. Complete this better soon. The smell of meds left by Finn indicates he should run left. Oh, you're amazing. All thanks to your familiarity with every resident. Which one? I hear movement. It must be Finn. The sound of rustling came from behind the wall. Both Uhura and Red began to tread softly and listened intentionally. I can smell medicine. Alright, he must be behind this wall. And he thought he could get away. I show him. Red was chomping at the bit to go and bashed some heads in, but she stopped herself from leaping out at the last moment and then began to shake her head in frustration. Good grief, all that talk about keeping my emotions in check. Look at me now, speaking of which, why didn't you stop me? Fundamentally altering the way you approach things might just end up hampering you more. You don't need to worry so much. What are you talking about? The last thing we want is me barging in and screwing things up again. Cooler heads have a prevail here. You take the lead. That way you can ask Finn if he has any accomplices and calm me down when I get fired up. No, you should go ahead. That's probably okay. You know the people here far better than me. It'd be easier for you to reason with Finn and gain his trust. But I'm afraid that I bungle it up again. Don't worry, even if something unexpected comes up, I'll be there to help you work through it, just like the other leaders. Thanks. That's probably the pathway to the endings. How do you catch up to me so quickly? Wait, what's that? Lumbering footsteps resounded from the side, and Finn's gaze shifted to the group of Honkai beasts that he had suddenly appeared. Don't just stand there, you dog. Before Fuha had time to hold her back, Red had already rushed forward to shield Finn, paying no mind to the Honkai beast that could have trampled her in an instant. Red, why did you? You're hopeless, Fuha. You're an inhabitant of this city. You're practically family, and that means I'm duty bound to protect you. Because we never leave a family member behind. Red, don't move. I handled these guys. Yeah. Okay. This better suit is stronger against those. Against Honkai beasts. So. Red, are you alright? I'm fine, sorry, I flew off the handle back there. It's okay, let's deal with Finn first. Oh, right, hey Finn, you're not injured, are you? I'm fine. Good, now explain yourself. What's gotten into you researching these godforsaken creatures? You're not just putting yourself in danger, but everyone else as well. I'm sorry, I thought. When I was struggling to cure those patients with the mysterious illness, the clinic received an enormous letter and this unusual sample. The letter claimed it was from one of these creatures and that studying them could lead to a cure. Mysterious illness? Sounds like the residents are already being affected by the Honkai energy. We couldn't determine who sent the letter since it was composed of cutout letters from newspapers. All I want is to develop a remedy as quickly as possible so that we can save more lives. Could these monsters really be capable of curing that illness? Idiot! Those monsters know how to do it is harm people. How could they possibly possess any palliative properties? What if it actually worked? Stupider than I thought. What's the point of doing any of this research if you end up dead halfway through? That's pretty rich coming from you. Just now you nearly lost your own life protecting me. I just... You don't have to explain. Seeing someone else nearby nearly throw their life away so flippantly has made me realize how foolish my actions were. You're trying to tell me that as a doctor should ensure my own safety first in order to save more people, right? Yeah, that's it. I'm glad that I was able to get through that fake scar of yours. By encouraging him to study the Honkai beasts and Honkai energies, effect on the human body isn't technically leading him down the garden path. It does omit a few key things, namely it overlooks the enormous risks and potential catastrophic consequences that would be irreversible. Or was the letter just a malicious prank, or... Have you tried contacting whoever sent the letter? They've been in touch with me, but not the other way around. I've recently received another letter saying that they left some gifts for me in the south of the city. With all the people coming and going at the clinic, I couldn't even begin to tell you who the sender may be. It's not much, but it's lead nonetheless. Can you take us to the location mentioned in the letter? Sure, this way. Okay. You didn't get pranked again, did you, Fuha? The last time you were left shivering in the cold for a whole night, don't you remember? Right, let's head over and check out. I hope it's just a joke. You sure it's here? It's here, Finn? Nothing here. Let me check. Nothing suspicious, only these marks left by tracking away a box. Maybe there was a box and it got moved away. There doesn't seem to be much of note here. Seems to me they are just yanking your chin, Finn. I think we can consider this case closed. It doesn't matter if this letter was sent in jest or some other purpose. Either way, we should continue investigating. Whoever sent that letter might have been here before. We should ask around and see if there are any eyewitnesses. I follow your lead, even if it's just to stand up for Finn being bullied. We need to get to the bottom of this. However, I do need to bring Finn back for questioning about his features from monsters. Right, thank you for your help. Don't mention it, it's all part of the job, but seriously, thank you for today. You're a lifesaver. If it weren't for you, Finn and I might have. I couldn't control myself and rushed in without thinking, and you had to clean up my mess. No, you did a great job. If you hadn't been able to convince Finn to speak out, we would have never potentially been able to uncover the truth behind what's going on here. Still, I made your job more difficult. If you had confronted him calmly, things might have gone even more smoothly. All I ever end up doing is being a thorn in everyone's side. You're wrong. It took me a long time to realize this, but the fact that you're willing to let me step in and take over on occasion is a sign of mutual trust. I used to worry that the way I acted would affect those around me. I didn't want to be a burden, so I was afraid of relying on them. You must have been awfully lonely back then. I was, but I had a great group of friends who pulled me out of my shell. They brought to me through their actions that they were all remarkable people and that I could trust them completely. The people in your life are the same as my friends, wonderful people, so don't worry about being an inconvenience or anything like that. Your kindness and your courage are what they love most about you. But really? The fact that you're willing to put your life on the line for the safety of others makes people open up to you. You just told Finn that family members never get left behind, right? Yes, the residents of the city are all my family. And they consider you their family as well. They never abandon you. Your honesty and your diligence are your shining points, and you bring hope to others even when the chips are down. Jeez, you're making me blush over here. I feel like you're building me up way too much. Can you keep going? Well, wait, I've got to take Finn back and get to the bottom of this wolf-did affair. Thanks again for today. I won't forget what you said, and I try and let my shining points shine even brighter. After all, it's what I'm best at. And never back down from a challenge. Cute. Okay. That is the one ending. And the other ending is probably when Fuhua, yeah, try to grant wish to change herself. Exactly what I thought it was. By the way, I hear movement, it must be fun. We skip that, since we have already heard that. I want to skip to where. Alright, I go ahead. Okay, that's it. Now let's pay Finn a little visit. How'd you catch up to me so quickly? Wait, what's that? Lumbering footsteps were sounded from the side and Finn's gaze shifted to the group of Honkai beats that had suddenly appeared. Don't just stand there, you dolt. Wait, Red. Just as Red was about to rush forward, Fua helped her back. Sorry, I let my emotions get the best of me again, but Finn... I know, you watch them closely, I take care of those monsters. Why did I not have any audio? For God's sake. The other one was also voiced over. Try this one now. Oh, it was bugged because I was trying to slither off when we were distracted. Good thing my partner here told me to keep my eye on you. All I'm doing is looking into an unsolved mystery. What are you giving me such a hard time for? This is completely new species. Magnificent discovery. You idiot. These are lethal monsters that can kill people. I'm putting the key bush on your research. And what have you managed to discover so far? Are you so interested all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. You want to... That's right. Well, is it going smoothly? Well, not really. This here is the only specimen that I've access to, which is hardly of any value to my research. Anyway, can you let me go now? Since when was curiosity a crime? Finn pulled out a specimen bottle from his pocket and handed it over to the shimmering rat, who was glaring at him with a searing intensity. Are you the only one conducting this research? Of course, this has all been a solo venture, hence why there's been next to no progress. I suppose that all matches up. Alright Finn, we've got your number, and you have to explain everything to Queen when we get back. Why would a medical doctor who treats people suddenly want to study Honkai bees? Could it really be chalked up to mere curiosity? It seems a reasonable enough explanation, but everything went a bit too smoothly for my liking. I hope they can come up with something more convincing during questioning. What are you staring into space for? We should be celebrating. If it hadn't been for you, Finn would have given us the slip for sure. Not to mention, this was a rare occasion for me not being reckless. I have to tell Orange all about this when we get back. She'll be over the moon when she hears. You did a great job. If there's anything where you think I can be of help in the future, I'm willing and able. I appreciate that. For today, Fu, I can handle it. I've got a few other people I need to question. Thanks again for all your help. Glad to be of assistance. I try and remember not to be too reckless in the future. Well, I really should take Finn back and get started on all that paperwork. See you around. The fully dejected Finn followed behind the exuberant Brett. As the two of them passed by Fuhua, Finn seemed to sense an almost imperceptible gaze upon him. Okay. So we don't really solve the case fully if we stop with, or at least make not much progress. But the hunt for sinners finished. Bizarre games. What, the children in the city are plotting a prank? That won't do. Welcome to the peaceful Kimming, but is it truly what it seems? Kimming. Hua was serenely taking in the coming and going of passerby when she suddenly heard a voice calling her. It's Hua. Oh, hey Orange, do you need something? Not really, I just wanted to see what you thought of Kimming. Well, it could be a great tourist destination if it weren't for the fact that I've lost contact with my companions, but I assume that's not why you came looking for me, right? Nothing gets past you. I was just thinking about how you've been helping us resolve so many issues, but you haven't had the chance to properly explore Kimming. So to remedy that, I've taken it upon myself to be your guide. I hope to give you at least a few lasting memories of the city. Orange stood tall and proud, looking just like a miniature doll. Fuhua couldn't help but smile and nod. Alright then, lead the way. Follow me. The capable and precocious guide took Fuhua's hand and introduced her to the city that was so near and dear to her. Following her, leader and tour Phosphorus. So peaceful. Of course, the city's peace and order have everything to do with its good maintenance. The burden is pretty heavy, but she has a fiery passion. A lot of green too, a nice smell of flowers and a cool shade away from the sun. And flowers blooming all around the year. It's Purple's credit. She's been taking good care of these plants. What are they talking about? Feels so lively. They're all good kids and they come to help me when they're free. I have to get... Just stumbling upon a group of scribbling children, Orange intervened with a stern look on her face. Judging by Orange's expression, looks like something has happened. But it's thanks to the presence of the Vitas that the city has remained so peaceful. Let's just leave her alone for now. Phosphorus alone. Okay, beast. It's weird, why would... Right, Orange can fight Honkai beast. We need to warn her, she should be nearby. Where did she go? A candy on the floor? Yes. And Orange carries around should be yours. This guy swept our horse and got found by Orange. Hi, have you seen Orange? Oh, you're the guest. She went that way. Oh, she went this way. The little girl nodded nervously. But Kate, never mind. Better find Orange first. Okay, we can only go this way. Okay, beats again. Must find Orange quickly. The courage challenge, mysterious underground gut-shake meat. What's this? Right, the underground on the flyer. Does it refer to the museum? To the location written on the note. Following the clues they had gathered, Fuha finally spotted a frantic figure not far ahead. Orange. Ah, Miss Fuha. Ah. You meet again. How are things? Need help with anything? Don't worry about me. Did you run into some trouble? You're not hurt, are you? I'm fine. It's just that some kids were being a bit mischievous. Are you talking about those kids who were arguing earlier? What happened? I don't know what's gotten into them. They were all clamoring to go on an adventure underground. They said there's a warrior's reward down there. Whoever gets into the basement first becomes the one and only warrior. Where did they go? Infiltrated their wings in an attempt to flush out the ringleader, but they got rise on me. Someone yelled oranges here and they all scattered. By the time I got here, they've completely vanished. Why did you stop here? Because this is the entrance to the basement. Orange pointed at the metal cover on the ground, looking frustrated. But they were referring to the museum basement. Uwa took out the flyer she had found earlier, looking past the attention-grabbing headline. The flyer featured a crudely drawn map of the city. Several locations in the residential area, as well as the entrance to the museum, were clearly marked. You told me before that the museum isn't open to ordinary residents. Why would these kids insist on venturing into the museum? Wondering the same thing myself. At any rate, I'm about to go find out. Let me help you. No, you're a guest here. I wouldn't want to inconvenience you. Once I take care of this, we resume our tour of gaming. If those kids are all scrambling about like they were just a moment ago, how do you intend to wrangle them on your own? You have a point, but still, I feel like... I'm worried about them as well, so let's go together. Well, alright, thanks, Miss Fuhrer. Encompassing Vita opened the entrance to the museum. Huh? What's this? I picked up a ball of paper by the gate just now. Courage challenge again. Have they found the museum already? No, hurry yet. Let me check if there are any other clues nearby. Footprints. A string of footprints. Ah, footprints here too. Another candy? It's fine, weird. Did I give it to the other Vitas? Must be taught by Purple and she was sweeping the floor. Let's go find other clues. Another string of footprints. Feels like this person had been circling around the museum for a long time. He acted weirdly and didn't feel like someone came for the first time. Right, I remember something now. You made a mechanism that could record images and put it here. There is a no view, but maybe it caught a suspect. Once the mechanism was activated, they started to examine the history records one by one. Yeah, this one might be you. So the one we left behind the candy and those footprints is... Just remember something, when Purple came to clean the museum last time, everything was immaculate. So I thought of leaving here something to clean. That totally slipped my mind. You were going to dirty something up on purpose? Nothing gives Purple greater pleasure than housework, cooking, cleaning and the like. There wasn't much for her to clean last time, and she was bummed about that. I couldn't bear to see the way she looked. Purple is a simple person. She wants nothing more in this world than to bring happiness to others. Seeing such a sweet soul feel disappointed in any capacity was heart-wrenching. Sounds like you've got to keep a lot of plates spinning at once. Taking care of everyone is my responsibility, not just the other Vitas, but all the residents of the city, and of course you as well. But we don't have any more clues now. You remember that rolled up piece of paper we found when we first entered the museum? You didn't put it there, did you? Nope, I didn't get a chance to give it a proper once over, but I remember there was some small writing on the bottom. Next challenge location, suburban ruins. That's all a plan, they've taken it too far. It's one thing to horse around within the gaming limits, but Gang isn't some Honkai playground for mischief. I've got to get over there right away and give them a good talking to. Since things have gone beyond the mere brink, it's a dressing down enough. Don't forget that they're just kids. Kids are bound to make mistakes. It's how they learn and grow as people. It's our duty as the guardians to catch those mistakes in time and correct them and guide them along the correct path. You sound like a parent talking about their child. Don't forget I'm also a member of the city representatives. Just because I'm petite doesn't mean I'm a kid. Yeah, you make a great representative. Alright, let's go to Chongqing together and put an end to this. Huh? You're coming too? I was planning on it. Is there a problem with that? Well, it's just that to prevent the children from being harmed by the seasoned spate of monsters, I activated Blue's automated patrol bots in Chongqing. They'll be able to recognize Kiming's residents and won't attack them, but I can't say the same for you. I guess it's not good to be too efficient sometimes. What should we do? They got bypass the security bots. Let's bypass them first. footprints definitely belong to a child. While encompassing, Vita followed the intermittent footprints all the way to Chang'an, where the security bots were making their rounds with pinpoint precision. By the dedicated security system you've got here, the children will have a hard time trying to stir trouble here. It's strange, why are there so many of them? The number of bots here on active patrol is way more than the amount I activated. Another prank from the children, perhaps? These children are really out of line. I notify Queen to keep a close eye on the children and gaming and have a proper talk with them. Orange seems genuinely angry, a sight I've never seen before. However, Fuhua touched the 2 candies in her pocket which Orange gave to her. According to everyone, Orange is a candy lover. Want a candy? Huh? Don't worry, the kids will be fine. I know you want to find them sooner rather than later, but first you've got to calm down. You're right, thanks. Encompassing, Vita peered upon a candy and put it in her mouth, then peeled open another one and held it to Fuhua's mouth. You have one too, Miss Fuhua. You went through so much with me, you deserve it. Fuhua paused for a moment. She had intended to console Orange, but had hardly expected to receive the same treatment in return. It seems Orange naturally tendencies to take care of others. She never places herself first, no matter what the situation is. In that aspect, she's quite similar to Fuxi. Alright, we resume our search after a little candy break. The gentle sweetness slowly spread across her taste buds. Feeling more at ease, Orange suddenly remembered something. Oh, I just remembered. To prevent the security bots from malfunctioning, to design the kill switch for emergencies. It's over there. Encompassing, Peter pointed to another path that was even more obstructed. If we get to that kill switch, we won't have to worry about the security bots. But I don't want to waste time. I want to make a beeline for the kids. I can't decide. I'll leave it to you, Miss Fuhua. Should we avoid patrolling the security bots while following the footprints, or should we take a detour to get to the kill switch? Avoid the security mechas and find the children, or obtain the main switch for the security mechas. I would say we avoid them first. And afterwards try to do a one where we deactivate them. It will probably be the 2 paths we have. Okay, we are past them. And are past. Right. After finally making it to the end of the path, there was no sign of anyone. It was a dead end with nothing but an ironclad door that a gaggle of children couldn't possibly have passed through. You're too late. Don't be sad, you've already done so much for me. None of this concerned you in the first place, yet you still put your best foot forward and tried your utmost to help. Although Orange by all rights should have felt the most frustration in that moment, she instead pushed down her anxiety and disappointment and focused on comforting Fuhua. As she watched Orange bite her lip, put on a facade of indifference while comforting her, it was more than Fuhua could bear. The children have passed through here. They must have left some kind of trace. I believe we still have a chance of finding them. The footprints went to the platform without exit, circled around, no one could be found. Weird, where have the kids gone? The communicator beeped and Orange took a look. Queen's got something. Based on Queen's clues, Fuhua and Orange continued to tail after the kids, ending up at the all the way in the residential area. On the street I found a dirty and disheveled child peeking around. Wait a sec, that's low. No. Wait. Darn it, it's orange. The boy was about to scuff off, but Fuhua stepped forward, blocking his path. Are you behind all these pranks? Orange unfolded 2 pieces of paper. Seeing them, the boy immediately lowered his head. I'm sorry, we wanted to see if we could find the basement first and put this note inside it. How did you find the basement? So there really is a basement? So the map wasn't lying after all? You mean you didn't know? I'm scared of the dark, and everyone kept saying how there were a bunch of scary monsters inside, so I never actually went in. With this note, I followed the map's marking and stuffed paper notes in between the gaps the nearby manhole covers. I figured that one of them would have to end up in the basement, and maybe I could win. This kid sure put a lot of thought into the Phosphorus game. Did you also tamper with the security bots? What? I didn't know anything about that. All I've been doing is hunting down more manhole covers and seeing where I could stuff more paper notes. The boy shrugged. With his sleeves heavy stained, he appeared to be telling the truth. Apart from the notes, I think it was just a coincidence. Don't think you get off scot-free with a quick explanation, Lo. You have no idea how seriously your actions have impacted others. Some pranks can go too far. Your behavior is severely disrupted. Orange started to only lecture the child who stood a full head taller than her, but Fuhua still had lingering doubts. Something is standing up. Various enigmatic clues had been scattered across the seemingly unrelated locales, and there was no readily apparent or logical fault line connecting any of them. Fuhua could only observe as Orange admonished the child, who seemed to begin to grasp the severity of his action. Okay, I know I was wrong. I promise I won't pull any pranks anymore. Good, that's what I want to hear. Don't let me catch you getting up to any more of this in the future. Orange's expression softened. Seeing this, the boy gave her a vague response and then quickly ran off. Well, all's well that ends well. At least nobody got hurt. Why would a bunch of kids suddenly be so interested in the museum? In comparison, Vita disrupted her own monologue and turned to Fuhua. At any rate, I believe we officially cracked the case. Thanks to your help. However, I really need to talk to Queen about greater safety education for the kids. I don't think I'll be able to show you around. It's okay, I'm glad I could help. I can explore the city on my own anyway. Okay then, goodbye. Okay, that's the first ending, but I don't think that is the perfect ending, since I have a feeling the perfect ending always is the one that has audio. Meaning we have this one. Turn off the device, and I chose to face the obstacles head on, or in a tough way. So this too doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So either we decide to directly use force or not use force at all. Well, let's do stealth action and turn those devices off. Yeah. Or find no clues nearby. Well, let's see. Yes, that is what we already heard. So we're skipping this. I don't want to do that more. Read it multiple times. Let's turn. We can find a hint nearby at some point. Look, the main switch is just there. patrol mech are not moving at all. Can we only break through by force? Wait, there has to be another way. Right, let's look for the power supply. Turning the power supply unit should do it. Question is just where is it? Oh, here. Okay. It did work, but not enough. Remember, there's also a disruptor box that's connected to this one for underground wires. Right, try to use that. Oh, there. Oh, why is it blocked? Must be the kids. It's fine, I handle it. Yeah, okay, good. We already bought the boxes. Perfect. Orange, are you okay? I'm fine. I asked Red and Queen to fix it up tomorrow. No problem. Got it, the main switch. Now we can shut down the security machines. With Orange leading the way, they managed to locate the kill switch. Nicely done, Miss Hua. Now we can check the system records without looking over our shoulder. Hua tried throwing the kill switch. Nothing happened. Huh? What's going on? Could it have been tampered with as well? Are little kids even capable of something like this? Sorry, Miss Hua. Looks like I let you on another white goose chase. It's okay, let's take this kill switch with us. We might need it later. And even if we don't, we can give it to Blue. The most important order of business right now is taking down these meddlesome kids. Okay. Can find another clue from what it looked like. But I have not found it up to now. So we still need to do the stealth action. Even if we try to kill switch. Nothing. Okay. Got past it. After making it to the end of the path, there was no sign of anyone. It was a dead end with nothing but an iron-clawed door that a gaggle of children couldn't possibly have passed through. Too late. Don't be sad, you've already done so much for me. None of this concerned you in the first place, yet you still put your best foot forward and tried your utmost to help. Orange by all rights should have felt most frustration in that moment. She insisted that pushed down her anxiety and disappointment and focused on comforting Fua. As she watched Orange bite her lip and put on a facade of indifference while comforting her, it was more than Fua could bear. Raiden had to have passed through here. There must have left some kind of trace. I believe we still have a chance of finding them. The footprints went to the platform without exit and circuit around. No one could be found. Weird. Where have the kids gone? The communicator beeped and Orange took a look. Queen's got something. Based on Queen's clues, Fua and Orange continued to tail after the kids, ending up all the way in the residential area. On the street, they found a dirty, disheveled child peeking around. Wait a second, that's Lou. No, wait. Darn it, it's Orange. The boy was about to scuff off, but Fuhua stepped forward, blocking his path. Are you behind all these pranks? Orange unfolded the 2 pieces of paper. Seeing them, the boy immediately lowered his head. I'm sorry, we wanted to see if we could find the basement first and put this note inside. How did you find the basement? Huh? So there really is a basement? So the map wasn't lying after all? You mean you didn't know? I'm scared of the dark, and everyone kept saying how there were a bunch of scary monsters inside, so I never actually went in. But this note. I followed the map's markings and stuffed paper notes in between the gaps of nearby manhole covers. Figured that one of them would have to end up in the basement. Then maybe I could win. This kid sure put a lot of thought into such a fierce game. Did you also tamper with the security bots? What? Don't know what you know anything about that. All I've been doing is hunting down more manhole covers and seeing where I could stuff more paper notes. The boy shrugged his sleeves heavily stained. He appeared to be telling the truth. Apart from the notes, everything else was just a coincidence. Don't think you can get off scot-free for a quick explanation. You have no idea how seriously your actions have impacted others. Some things can go too far. Your behavior is severely disrupted. Owen started sternly lecturing the child, who stood a foot head taller than her, but Fuhua still had lingering doubts. Something is netting up. Fuhua carefully recalled the boy's statement and went through the contradictions between her story and her observations. The boy couldn't possibly have entered the museum without being able to access the hidden door. However, these notes and the sudden increase of security bots. Fuhua took out the kill switch and, upon closer examination of the sites, noticed that there were indications of it being opened. After a moment of hesitation, she pried open the kill switch. Color control wires were all cut. Wait, there's something next to the wires. Fuhua took out a small rolled up piece of paper from the interior of the kill switch. She glanced at the boy nearby. His nervous expression had already given him away. Clearly had something to do with this. Trust me, this is all for the challenge. You. I'm sorry, Orange. I know it was wrong to lie to you. I won't do it again, I promise. Whenever someone typically kind and compassionate becomes incensed, there's nothing more terrifying. Hopefully this kid comes to his senses and truly repents. After a torrent of castigation, the crying boy was picked up by his parents, who had rushed over. Orange finally calmed down and debriefed Fuhua on the truth of the accident. Who would have thought that all this nonsense was orchestrated by a group of kids? They disturbed left leads to other kids, informing them that secrets existed in the city, thereby stoking their curiosity. Then step by step they gave them a crash course on how to cause trouble, using it as a test of their courage, for goodness sake. Looking at the note in her hand and recalling the boy's testimony, Fuhua still wasn't entirely convinced. This was a prank, that much as I'm convinced. However, the information kids were provided to doesn't line up with their abilities. Especially this full business of the kill switch. This is a device that only city representatives would know about. Where could these kids have learned about it? Miss Fuhua. Fuhua snapped back to reality and noticed that Orange was looking at her with heavy remorse. Sorry, Miss Fuhua, I agreed to show you around the city, but all I ended up doing was making you run around in circuits with me. I doubt you're in the mood for sightseeing now. Would you like it handy? It's different from before. It's a special flavor I've been saving. In a bit I can take you to the most beautiful spots at the city. Then we can... She's nearly in tears. She's still powering through and trying to show me a good time. She's remarkable. Orange. Fuhua's calm voice interrupted Orange, flustered, rambling. She looked up and blinked at Fuhua. I showed you because I wanted to help. You don't need to apologize. Since I arrived here, you've helped me out more times than I can count, so I want to do my part as well. Both you and the city have taken me in as one of your own, and I want to reciprocate that trust. Of course, there's also another crucial reason. I'm really worried about you, Orange. Huh? Worried about me? Why? You're used to taking care of others, spacing your entire life around the needs of others and worrying about people around you. Even to me, a complete outsider in your new arrival, you've been nothing but warm and supportive. I have a traveling companion named Book of Fuxi. She's gotten me through some of the most difficult times of my life. You remind me of her. You're so used to caring for others that you often neglect your own needs. You forgot that caring should be mutual. That's what gives me concern. Miss Fua, I can see that you're feeling down because of the kids, yet you're still trying to tend to my feeling. That only makes me worry more about you. Besides, it isn't your fault. Their curiosity just got the best of them. That's all. As you said, it's an inevitable part of growing up, and this will be a learning experience for them. You've done more than enough. Every step you took was to protect the children. You have to trust that in the future they come to realize that and appreciate you for it. It's thanks to your tolerance and patience that things didn't escalate further and no irreparable damage was done. You should be proud of yourself. You're gonna make me cry. In passing, Vita buried her head in Fuha's chest, and it was a while before she lifted it again. When she did, the gloom in her eyes had vanished and been replaced by her usual effervescent ebullience. Thank you, Miss Fuha. I feel much better now. You always felt like a big sister to me. You flatter me. Actually, you should also check on your brothers and sisters more often. They care about you more than you imagine. For example, it was Cyan who secretly asked me to look after you. Cyan? I had no idea. What a failure I'm as a guardian. But you couldn't have succeeded more in creating a sense of family. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you, Miss Fuha. I'll be sure to let Cyan and every family member know how much I love them. Gosh, it feels like my heart is about to burst. I haven't been this happy in a long time. Now I just want to share this feeling with everyone. I've gotta go. I need to let everyone know how much I love them. Sorry, but I have to show you around the city another time. Sure, that's a promise. Orange waved to Fuha as she skipped off merrily, the radiant sunlight showing over her. But that was likely the true ending? Yes, all is well. That is the positive ending, the ending we should reach. Since we hear what happened. Now we try to handle the situation entirely. Yeah. Okay, we need to go here and decide to force our way in. Yeah. Okay, we hear this. Take out the security bots. We didn't try this. Yeah. Is it really okay? No problem, relax. We find the kids in no time. Okay. Okay. We just smashed the bot. Right, that's also weird. Ah, these mega have turned so aggressive. They attacked me. Don't panic, Orange. Leave it to me. Okay. Well. Are you alright? Did you get hurt? Don't worry, Orange. I'm fine. Yeah. Okay. Too easy. Shoot the broken rock pieces. It's not about dangerous. Careful, Orange. I got your back. Are your hands okay, Miss Fuha? One final finishing blow Fua knocked back the last security board, causing it to slump against the wall. The single sizzling electrical parts and contortion of twisted metal would be enough to unnerve anyone, yet fine, see, not a scratch on me. Sensing Orange's concern, Fua chuckled somewhat sheepishly and patiently offered her wrist for inspection. Suddenly the frightened cries of children resounded from the end of the road, followed by the intermittent sobbing. Following the sounds, Fua found several small children running toward them in panic. The kids, how did you end up here? Is everyone okay? We're sorry, we should have planned this prank. Orange, are you hurt? I'm fine, why would I be hurt? We shouldn't stay here. Let's all follow Miss Fuhua and leave this place, okay? Even after Orange's examination was complete, she continued to hold Fuhua's arm tightly with one hand, by offering her hand to the three tearful children, leading them toward Kimming District. Were you the only ones involved in this prank, or were there others? There were others, but we'll talk to them. We never do it again. But their accomplices, I mean friends, are they the same age as you? No, we all found different leaflets with challenges on them, and they taught us what we had to do. Who was the one handing out the leaflets? We don't know, honestly. We found the leaflets on our desk. We really don't know. Sounds like someone left leaflets to the kids to collaborate on this prank. No kids have entered the museum so far, so perhaps the mastermind's goal lies elsewhere. But what for? Is this all being done just to harass city representatives? Orange consoled the children while Fua's mind swirled with unanswered questions. Info Orange considers this whole thing as just a prank that got out of control. Is it really that simple? Okay, so that is then now the second bad ending, I would call it, with ending Orange's heart being the good one and ending in the name of family, this one. So next, we already have an hour and have only finished two. This will take quite a while. I have a feeling I will split this in two parts, since if this one already took so long and those two took already an hour, then I'm sure, let's say, it could be, yeah, two parts probably. There's a sudden spike in fevering cases in the city. Do you think there's a reason behind it? A lot of thefts recently, doesn't feel right. Yeah, let's see. We will find out. The testimony is very important to the case, so please answer my question. Just some petty crime, Queen. No need to make it a big deal. Hey, argument over there. Better check out. Yeah. Queen, what happened? Oh, hey, Fua. This gentleman, Larry, said he came home and found a few oranges missing, but the fruit seller insists they didn't short him. Oh, my honorable judge, your friend is here. I won't disturb you anymore. The case is still under investigation. You can't leave. The young man acted as if he didn't hear Queen, turning abruptly and running off, leaving a flustered and exasperated Queen behind. Every time I talk to the residents, it's like holding teeth. Do people really find my strict manner of interaction so unpleasant? I can't speak for others, but I'm personally more accustomed to this kind of interaction. I've actually been told it can be a bit overbearing at times. I haven't spent much time with you, but you're quite different from Orange and the others. Everyone speaks very highly of you. It's not that I dislike serious-minded people, it's just that... No, you misunderstood, Queen, actually. Never mind, now's not the time to be thinking about this. I still haven't resolved the case of the missing oranges. She puts a lot of stock in what residents think of her, but she still prioritizes carrying out her duties above all else. Back to the case, if both Larry and the seller are telling the truth, then the truth must lie in Larry's journey home. The road he takes is nearby. Fuwa, could I enlist your help with this? Oh. Thank you. I mightn't be able to get residents to talk to me if I'm alone, so having you come along will be great. Green. Now let's make the most of our time here to look for any new clues. Investigate the suspicious box. What's this box doing here on the wall? It's got public facility written on it. We didn't place any box. This here? The lock on the top looks quite complicated. Can't disguise their own box as a public facility? Private boxes shouldn't have signs designated them as public facilities. We should remove this and take it back to the Lost and Found station. A fully egged queen stepped forward to take the box off, but the lock behind the box didn't budge an inch. The box is locked to the wall. I can't take it down. Let me try it. The chain on the box is linked to this file. Let's twist the end and see if there's a way to unleash it. Okay. Yeah. Or should we hit it? Okay. Okay. Oh, I need to hit this one. Probably. Oh, otherwise I don't know what to hit. No. Then it only can be fire. Okay. Time to yeah, so here's the switch for the ledge, just as you suspected. It unlocked. Let's go to the box. Okay, so we need to burn those things. That helps. No. Box is open and there are 3 oranges inside. Larry's missing oranges. Maybe, but why put them here in such an intricate box? Doesn't add up. Poor. Let's keep looking. And eating vegetables make you tall. Want to eat vegetables too? What are you saying? Oh, hey Queen, I've been studying hard, I swear, not slacking off at all. Well, it's about time to go exercise. See you later. Hold it right there. You might want to think about softening your tone when questioning others, particularly toward a child. Hello there, I was wondering... forget it, Fuha, could you ask her? Hey little girl, did you see what happened at the vegetable stall over there? Let me think. There was a tall man who took some vegetables from there. He had nice blonde hair. Perfect, that's great. Thank you very much. Right, so we're looking for a young man, tall, with blonde hair. Leans bone forward as if she was pondering a difficult decision. Was there anything else you needed? Bean turned her head to look at the girl who was beside herself with anxiety. Don't forget to study well and exercise. Next time we meet, I'm going to check and see if you've improved. The girl gripped her ball tightly and nodded vigorously, turning and running without looking back. Everyone just can't stop talking to Orange. When it comes to me, they all clam up. I think I'm too domineering. When I used to be a class monitor in school, I was also concerned about whatever my demands on everyone were excessive. I wanted to be sure that classmates who tended to skip class had studied before exams. Those who loved to play games had rested enough. So whenever they saw me, the first reaction was to give me more of a status report as to their studies, rather than simply chatting with me freely. You ever been envious of the way other people interact? I've never really thought about it. However, social interactions are like a mirror. The way you interact with others often gives them the impression that you would prefer to be communicated with in the same way. Interesting. Would you look at the time? I definitely think over what you said. But for now, we need to continue our investigation so that we don't delay any of our plans for later. I see. You're a girl of punctuality. Yeah. all the leaders have kind of would be to that way to the main story girls. Queen is very similar to Fuhua, I would say. Orange very similar to Sealy, being very helping, and red, yeah, Kiana, always running into danger first. So did the vegetable grow legs and walk off on its own? Hello, may I ask what happened? Oh, nothing serious. I turned around and the vegetable that I placed here was gone. Another case of missing property. Strange. It feels like there's been an abrupt increase in theft cases. Something isn't right. Not a big deal. You can leave it. Leave if it's too much trouble. Absolutely not. I would never assure my responsibility towards a citizen's lost property, even if we brought a single grain of rice. Now let's get down to it. Yeah. Why is this box labeled flood prevention supplies placed so haphazardly here? Flood prevention supplies shouldn't be stored in a box like this anyway. Not an item disguised as a public facility. Neverly done indeed. People passing by don't usually pay attention to public facilities. Those wooden boxes are sealed up pretty tight. Do you want to try prying them open? It might take a while. The wood boxes don't seem terribly sturdy. Prying them might be easier. Good point. However, if this is not a box filled with stone gods, we have to make sure not to damage anything that's inside. Let me give it a try. Okay. So, like that. A piece of paper? Is that all that's inside? What does it say? The east floor is one green, one purple, one yellow flower each. We didn't hear the flower shop owner say they lost anything earlier. Perhaps this is a tip-off from someone about a crime that's about to be committed? Yeah, a tip-off they wouldn't have placed it in a lockbox. To me, this seems more like some criminals plotting a heist. A heist? Wait a minute. Do you see that guy? It matches this description the girl gave to us. This note really is about an upcoming heist. This may go a lot deeper than we originally thought. Let's not alert him for now. Alright, let's quietly follow him and see what he's up to. Wait a sec. The residents here all know me, so I'm afraid you have to follow him alone. I'll be nearby keeping an eye on you. That was the first one, only. Oh god. Please rest assured the mission has been handed out and everyone is hard at practice. With the meeting venue and me definitely get it. For example, place an alarm on the mechanism. Anyone that's not us will fall into the trap. Best luck. The distance. Very nice water. A very nice lantern. We are all not. Queen says she stays behind and watches us. She's pretty close. That's all. If there's anything new, Who are you? Hey, are you a Wookiee who wants to join us? Yes, I am. It has always been there, yet we know it. We are part of the city, yet it excludes us. What is it? You don't even know the museum. You're not one of us. Not good. Need to catch up. No way you're catching up. Could the meeting info be on this? Gotta go over to check out Fu. I know a shortcut. Follow me. How strong is that bird to stop Fua? The ultimate bird. In others wouldn't create public poverty. So the most important thing now is to get to the rule about do not damage public property. I see. So we should just smash them. Okay. Path is blocked again. Path seems to be controlled by the mechanism aside. Let's take a look at it. The mysterious young man seemed to have mentioned an alarm. Do we jump into action or act with caution? Let's act with caution first. Meaning we go here. This is the controller. We can burn the wire to take care of it. Path should be clear now. Let's head back. Okay, and otherwise we would have smashed through the door. Likely. I can't imagine another way. Vegetable, cloth, children's candy, all of the missing stuff mentioned by the residents. We found the spoils. Let's look around for more clues. I hear someone talking. Is that him? Let's sneak over and hear what he's talking about. Everyone's here and things are going well. Did you encounter any trouble on the way? Of course not. Don't worry, everyone has become more proficient. It won't be long before we get our hands on the museum key. Are they intending to gain access to the museum? What is it about the museum that's got these thieves so curious? Now that they're all in one spot, it'd be easier to question them. I contact the backup team first and then we go in and order a rush to prevent any evidence from being destroyed. Okay. Then in conspicuous corner, a few residents gather together as if engaged in a casual conversation. So, this where the party is? Yeah, on the path. The thieves sitting in a circle turned around only to find a fuming queen staring at them with a death glare. Queen, what are you doing here? If I were you, I'd be worried about other things. I've got you red-handed, so don't even bother feeding me any more pathetic excuses. You trained new members by having them steal low-value items. You knew that residents wouldn't kick up a fuss about a few tribal items gone missing, and even if any potential cases were brought up, they'd be dropped soon enough. I won't stand for criminal behavior of any kind, petty or major. It doesn't matter. You trained your accomplices to steal or to acquire the museum key. How did you find out? I only have one question. Why are you going after the museum? Wasting my time won't help you. Like I said, you've been caught. The jig is up. You're only surfing to make me more upset. But because you must have the hidden secrets in the museum. Otherwise, why would only representatives like you have access to it? What would make you think there's some kind of hidden secret in the museum? Speak. You found a file in the south of the city. It said there's a secret at the museum that could overthrow the city. We were afraid that the city would be destroyed because of this, so... What kind of file? What did it look like? It has already been burned. Oh, and someone had written it by cutting out letters from a magazine or newspaper. It doesn't seem to be lying. If there's someone orchestrating this, perhaps we can continue this investigation based on where the file was found. Thank you, Fuha. Without you, I might have ended up erroneously packing this as a petty thief case. You're welcome. Hey Fuha, do you have time? I'd like to ask you for a favor. There's something I want to try out. Sure, I'm available. Alright, first let's return these gold goods back to their rightful owners. Okay. Being honestly, the oranges aren't that big a deal. Huh? You found them? Yeah, your oranges. Larry, be more careful next time. Honestly, Queen, I've been a model citizen and taking care of public property, and even doing volunteer work during my free time. I haven't done anything wrong. You found your missing oranges. Oh, phew. What a relief. Thanks, Queen. I'm surprised you even remembered something this minor. You're so responsible. Thank you. The young man smiled as he waved and nodded at Queen, then turned and left leisurely. I was trying to imitate orange style, so why did he still... Oh, don't tell me orange. It was just happened. Actually, it would be even better if you just forgot all about it. Alright, but why did you want to imitate her? Because of that stuff you said about intelligence being like a mirror. If I mimic orange style, maybe everyone will like me more. It wasn't referring to just interactions, but intent as well. Intent? You treat the residents sincerely and care about even the most insignificant things. The residents pick up on that and appreciate the effort you've been putting in. You asked me earlier if I envied the way my other classmates communicated. I think that while everyone has different ways of expressing themselves, it doesn't affect how much they trust you. That's a connection that is unshakable. Understand what you're trying to say, Fuha. Even though I know that the residents trust me and what I'm capable of, surely they still prefer a representative who's approachable over one who's harsh. Every class needs a strict class monitor to pull everyone together. The same goes for a city. So a city needs both an approachable representative to communicate with residents and a more stringent one to address and solve the problem that they face. That way everyone can live and work in peace. The diligence and earnestness allowed you to confront those thieves and get them to confess to their crimes. If you had gone soft on them, our job would have been much more difficult. That's because everyone's afraid of me. Anyway, thank you, Fuha. I understand and everyone trusts me and what I'm capable of. And this is a job where being a kid is a pro, not a con. So you don't have to imitate the way that others interact. You're perfectly fine, just the way you are. You said you forget what happened. Yes, I've forgotten. A rare look of embarrassment flashed across the typical Austrian queen, but she rapidly rubbed her face and quickly returned to her usual composed self. She sighed heavily and nodded at Fuha. Thank you, Fuha. You're welcome. By the way, if there's any way I can help the upcoming investigation, I'd like to be involved. Sure, having your help would make things much easier. After I take them back and go through all the necessary work, we plan the next steps together. Okay. Big clouds hung in the darkening sky like a white mist enveloping the city's skyline. Gazing at the receding figures of Queen and the others who were once again fell into contemplation. Okay, that was the good ending. Yeah, not formidable ending, no words needed. Okay. Well, we have this. Maybe the password is what the suspect said. The most direct way is something the most efficient way. Let's go with the upper one first. Yeah, this will definitely be 2 episodes. I will not be able to finish this in 1 episode. Okay. This meeting for BNT. Gotta go and over to check out for I know a shortcut for them. Right. We again skip everything that is not. How much can I run forward? Okay, I need to wait a bit. Yeah. But I will definitely split this in 2 parts since we are still at Queens and we're already 1.5 hours in. Yeah. We are allowed to smash them. So, yes. Smash through. F is blocked again. Make them aside, let's take a look at it. So, okay. Jump into action. This time we jump into action. Bye. Then we... Oh wait, maybe I need to hit this one with fire directly. Okay, very direct approach. At least the path is clear now. Let's press on. Let's stop her. Okay, please again. Born by the alarm. You fade a few fled after hearing the alarm. You might still be able to catch up if you make haste. Yeah, but we will only, if possible, catch one of them. Maybe. So Steph really was the way. Get to the meeting venue. Better walk. If we make haste and we walk in the most calm and way possible. Huh? You're all right, darn it. I thought those monsters had gotten you. All that stuff you've got is stolen goods, isn't it? You intentionally delivered low value items because you knew the residents wouldn't raise alarm bells. That way you could keep stealing to your heart's content. What are you talking about? I'm done with you. Make it easier to apprehend a lot of you during the assembly. Walkie shot at Queen to look at the wall behind the young man where there was once a sign indicating the meet-up point was now empty. Seeing their gazes, the young man proudly scattered the ashes in his hand onto the ground. Looking for this, I knew something was wrong when I heard the alarm. You'd have to be pretty stupid to have to hold on to something like this. Don't get too cocky. Now that we have proof of the stolen goods along with the testimony provided by the residents, we figure out your motives soon enough. Given the sudden turn of events, he probably didn't have time to get rid of all the evidence, especially the boxes used to distribute and accept stolen items. I continue to keep an eye on any boxes labeled public facilities on the streets. As soon as I spot any suspicious individuals, I look into them right away. Thank you, Fuhua. Without you, I might have ended up aimlessly packing the petty theft case. Welcome. This all may just be the tip of the iceberg. Understand, I follow up on the leads we've got. That's my responsibility as the city's judge. Anyway, it's getting late, so I take this guy in for further questioning. Wait, what is it? You asked me earlier if I envied the way my other classmates communicated. I think that why everyone has different ways of expressing themselves doesn't affect how much they trust and like you. During holidays on my birthday, they prepare gifts for me according to my hometown customs. I'm not good at expressing my feelings, but I believe we all formed inseparable bonds. So just continue to interact with others in the way you're familiar with. You being a dedicated representative, and everyone will understand your intentions. Thank you, Fuha. I remember that. Bean contemplated Fuha's words quietly, then nodded with a sense of appreciation. Watching as Queen and the young man turned and left, Fuha looked at the burned scraps of paper and the inconspicuous stolen items on the ground, once again lost in her thoughts. Okay. Yeah. We only get one more. I don't think more I will manage. Okay. Passwort is not the suspect set. Yeah. Okay. Please rest assured the mission has been handed out and everyone is hot at practice. Mark the meeting venue and I will definitely get it. Next, I placed an alarm on the mechanism, and that's not us will fall into the trap. Oh, so that's why the alarm. Yes, I am. Museum. So you're with us, but I have to post the mission somewhere else. Since you knew I take you to meeting location, you'll be able to tell it yourself by the mark. Left again. Don't worry, I sent someone to follow him. There has to be something noteworthy here. He said the meeting location was nearby. Maybe I can find something if I look close. These are the location markers for the criminals meetup point, where Miss Yavi reported her vegetables missing. Since we managed to wrap up our preliminary investigation an hour earlier than expected, we have some extra time for other plans. The case has been fully resolved yet, but it's thanks to you that we've have these solid leads to go on. Thank you. I'm glad I could help. According to this note, the criminals are supposed to be meeting up here. We still got some time before the scheduled meeting time, so do you want to go somewhere else first? Sure, where to? Want to return this vegetable to Miss Gavi? Okay. And talk. Okay. Anything else I can help you with, Queen? Here you go, we found your vegetable. Oh my goodness, you worked quite a sweat doing all that running around just for a vegetable. You're such a good kid, Queen. It was nothing, Miss Gavi, but please, if you could refrain from patting me on the head, I appreciate it. Don't want to stunt my growth. It doesn't matter how tall or short you are, Queen. What's important is that you're a good kid. Still taller would be better. What's so funny, Fua? Sorry, I was just thinking about how much the residents adore you. You're worried that you're too serious and persistent, but that's exactly what everyone loves about you. Really? People may express themselves differently, but that doesn't mean there can still be a mutual trust between them, nor does it change the fact that everyone here recognizes you as a capable representative. You once asked me a question about my time as a class monitor, if I envied the way my other classmates interacted with each other. I believe that through our communication styles differentiate Aeon was able to put that trust in me. As we interacted more and more, we adapted to each other. For me, that was enough. Just like even though each representative communicates with the residents differently, we all trust each other and play to our own strengths to fulfill our duties and build up this city. Exactly. But surely people would prefer representatives who aren't as stringent and more approachable. Actually, wait a second. The previous downcast queen suddenly seemed to remember something and quickly checked the time on her portable device. Why do I always lose track of time when talking to you? We have to discuss this later. We need to hurry to the meeting point now. To the meeting. Why? The guy near the meeting location mark. Is he our target? Should be. Since all know me, before we get to know more about the suspect, I should avoid being seen. Can you handle it alone? Leave it to me, Queen. Oh, okay. And she disappeared. Sorry, but could I ask? Are you here for the gathering? Yes. With your early, I admire enthusiasm. Someone like you on the board, we discovering the museum secrets in no time. What secrets exactly? Nobody knows, save for a few representatives. Hey, there's no record of her on our list. That's why the count didn't match up. She's a spy. The young man nearby pressed a button and self-made suicide bomber robots converged from all directions, hammering through her in. Oh, look out. Don't worry, I've got this. Oh, okay, that's the worst acting. Okay, just avoid them. Where do you two think you can run to? Queen remained utterly unflappable as she calmly stepped in front of the fleeing suspect. Despite the significant height difference between the three, she showed no hesitation or delay. Queen, illegally crafting dangerous devices, stealing others' belongings, the amount of incriminating evidence is staggering. Is there anything you have to say for yourself? This is all a big misunderstanding. Someone else had kicked these things to the curb, and we found them. We were just curious, that's all. Curious, you've repurposed junk that citizens wouldn't have any interest in for your criminal plan. You've also tried to conceal stolen goods by disguising them as public property. Such a meticulous plan can be explained with mere curiosity. Queen's austere demeanor commands respect, something which can make seem unapproachable to ordinary citizens. However, it also means that she's capable of intimidating the suspects. Queen, they mentioned the museum. Could the heist be related to that somehow? The museum? Why would you go to the museum? My time is precious and I don't like to repeat my questions twice. He inspired us. If the city is meant to represent beauty and justice, then there should be equality and mutual trust among all. Yet the museum remains closed off to the public. It's a clear sign that the representatives don't trust us. He? Not me. I don't know if they are a man or a woman. I don't even know if they are from a long time ago or if they are operating in a group. The entire plan was inspired by a stack of notes I stumbled upon. Is there nothing else? No. What's your take on all of this? We can put the issue of the theft to rest, but we need to investigate further regarding these mysterious notes and who wrote them. My thoughts exactly. I take them back for questioning. I plan the follow-up investigation later. You truly are an exceptional representative. I couldn't have done it without you, Fura. By the way, about the topic we didn't finish discussing earlier, I've been thinking. Every class needs a class monitor to pull everyone together, even if they quick the whip sometimes. As for the residents of the city, they also need a representative who can put criminals in their place, even if that means we have to be too domineering at times. Oh, I'm not as skilled as others in getting along with the residents. The city needs someone a bit more rough and tumble to deal with miscreants like these. My sibling and I complement each other perfectly. Together we make the city better. I presume that's what you were going to tell me? Exactly, you're an indispensable part of the city. And your classmates, have they made the most of their lives? Yes, they have. Yeah, Kiana even became the Herrscher finality. So the highest thing she could have reached. Okay. Well, how should I prepare for this year's celebration for our help me? We will do Bubble, Violet in this episode still, and the other 3 we do in the next episode since we're almost at 2 hours, or 1 hour 45 minutes. And we don't want to stretch this into a 4-hour long video. The afternoon sunlight cast a comforting warmth over the city. Amidst the languid and relaxed atmosphere, a bustling figure caught Fua's attention. That Purple? As if sensing Fua's gaze, Purple, who had been engrossed in her notebook, suddenly looked up. Miss Fua. Before Fuha could respond, she immediately rushed toward Fuhua. While holding her fake notebook, she stopped a few steps away from Fuhua and caught her side while lifting the hem of her skirt. Are you here for me? Is there something I can help with? I was just walking around, and besides, you seem quite busy. Purple raised her notebook to Fuhua. A page that was covered with various scrambled notes caught Fuhua's attention. This is... Got some ideas for this year's celebration. I'm still the one planning it. Does the city have regular annual celebrations too? Of course, to celebrate another year of peace and tranquility, everyone gathers at the square for a big bash. Sounds like a fun time. Hearing this, the smile vanished from Purple's face. I wanted to make some changes to the celebration this year because you were visiting, but... Purple scratched her head in frustration. All of my ideas are completely dated and unimaginative. Oh wait. Purple looked up pleadingly. You're from another place, aren't you? You must have lots of different ideas that people from here wouldn't have. Actually, I'm not really good at. Please. You must have some good ideas, right? Well, let me think. Oh, we can't disappoint Purple. Huh? What? What? Okay. I expect many things, but not that. Images from the past, right there, satisfied. Images from the past. Inspiration be drawn from beautiful moments in the past. Dusted home. Be drawn from warm and happy environment. Images from the past. Yeah. Okay. Come on, Miss Fuwa, help me, pretty please. Purple fluttered her eyelashes in a desperate attempt to plead with Fuhua, unable to refuse. Fuhua frantically pulsed through her memories of the past few days once again. Let me think. I visited the museum a few days ago. The museum? Oh right, there are a ton of exhibits around the city there. Did you discover anything interesting? Speaking of it, I did see exhibits related to celebrations. What are they? Right, set to record the annual celebrations. Try to look for them. Right, there's another showcase in the museum that I didn't have time to ask about. Which one? How can I find clues in the memories? Let's look at this one. Oh, that's it. Any ideas? Sorry, I got it wrong. I need to think about it again. Oh, this one. Remember now, it's the postcards collection. I started to compare compile this collection many years ago. I never thought you'd take notice. Remember it had a very sturdy cover? That's why it orange let me pick it out. Not only does it look good, but it's super practical as well. Perfect for preserving mementos. I see postcards from each year's celebration inside. Are those group photos from during the celebration? Yep, after I came up with the idea, Cyan taught me how to take photos, which I then turned into postcards. However, I always forget to mark the dates on the postcards. Thankfully, other readers help me write them each time. That way I've got materials covering every celebration that we've had. I see. Do you all get together like this each year for the celebration? Of course, we all bring delicious dishes and invite everyone to the square for a feast. Very thoughtful of you. We may be a small in statue, but our hearts are big. Purple proudly straightened her posture, completely forgetting what she was initially asking about. Are you planning to do the same thing this year? Definitely not. I just feel like this year is different, so we should try something more special. Actually, I do have an idea. Have more people take photos. For all these years, you've been the only one taking photos. How about encouraging everyone to participate this year? That's a great idea. This way my collection will become even more diverse and no one will miss any precious memories. Thank you, you offered such a great suggestion. Glad I could help. Your efforts will bear fruit soon enough. I'm sure this year's celebration will be more vibrant than before. I give it my all, that's for sure. Anywho, I better get back and start preparing. See ya. See you later. The excited and cheerful Purple hugged her notebook and left swiftly. Okay. Okay, but that was not the way that I should go. Okay. Satisfied. Yeah. Come on, Miss Fuhua, help me. Pretty please. Purple fluttered her eyelashes in a desperate attempt to plead with Fuhua. Unable to refuse, Fuhua frantically caressed through her memories of the past few days once again. Let me think, I had a little sightseeing tour of Kiming a few days ago. Kiming is a real metropolis. You must have met a lot of people there. There was a lot of hustle and bustle indeed. Conversations with the residents. The patient is just around the corner, right? I look so much forward to it. Easy, it's gonna take a while. But I'm dying for the food at the celebration. Oh, the food. What did you see that spooked you so? There are weird looking beasts at the border of gaming. Must be an hallucination. You should take a break during the celebration. Mom, does the skirt look good on me? You bet. We're at the celebration and Cyan Purple will put you on the postcard. Great, I'm gonna be a superstar. What's wrong? Nothing, I'm so happy. Everyone is looking forward to the celebration I'm organizing. And just feel everyone else's anticipation. I've got to give it my all when it comes to the prep work. Purple has completely forgotten about why she initially ran up to Fuhua, ran off merrily with a hefty notebook in tow. Purple? Before Fuhua could call her back, Harmonious Vita had already dashed through the square with a bounce in her step. Well, I suppose that works too. Well, I remember the conversation among the residents. Those conversations about Honkai nestled somewhere between longing and hope, and something she cared deeply about. Fu Purple did notice, I'm still concerned about the fierce beasts that the persons are. It might be got to remind Orange to pay attention to the usual occurrences over the past few days. That way, Purple's celebration will go even more smoothly. Okay. Wait, that was it also not. Right there. Okay. The middle one. And we have not even reached one. Come on, Miss Hua, help me, pretty please. Purple fluttered her eyelashes in a desperate attempt to plead with Hua, unable to refuse. Hua frankly pressed for her memories of the past few days once again. Let me think, I went to Chongqing a few days ago. Thanks to Orange and Queen, the security bots there have been restored to normal. Bots? That doesn't sound terribly relevant to the celebration. Did anything else leave a deep impression on you? The broken Chongqing and the bustling Kiming seem like two different worlds. But it used to be used to our home too. Chongqing has long been deserted, but marks of the old life can still be found there. But it's been taken by other creatures now. Huh? Small animals? About that. Could it be some big guys? Do I tell her or not? Doesn't feel like hanging up when you're talking about the celebration. Indeed, some rough big guys drinking brought their new home. Oh, I see. Chongqing has changed significantly. It's quite different from Kiming now. The degree of how different they were in appearance really struck me. Seeing that Fuwa was about to drift into aimless reminiscence about Chongqing, gained her harmless Vita immediately grabbed Fuwa's hand and shook it. Miss Fuwa, you still haven't given me any ideas. Oh, sorry. I guess what I'm trying to say is that perhaps different environments can evoke different emotions in people. I see. Wait, no, I don't. I don't get it at all. For example, venue of this celebration, the decoration of this venue of this celebration. You could change the location. I think I get it now. Different locations can make people feel different. I knew you'd come up with great ideas. Glad I could help. Gotta write this down. Purple scribbled frankly in her notebook. Sparks of inspiration quickly filled the pages. Alright, before organizing the celebration, we should probably comfort all the small animals that are in Chongqing. I think you don't have to do that. After all, or rather, since you've got a lot on your plate, leave that to me. You're the best, Miss Fuwa. Okay, I focus on drafting up a new plan. I go back, write a proposal and leave Chongqing to you. Sounds good. After saying goodbye to Purple, Fuwa decided to return to Chongqing to calm the small animals. I just don't want to disappoint Purple. Yeah, the small animals, the Honkai beasts. Okay. Yes. Inspiration. Please for helping me come up with ideas. The afternoon sunlight cast a comforting warmth over the city. Amidst the languid and relaxed atmosphere, a bustling figure caught Fuwa's attention. But Purple? As if seeing Fuwa's gaze, Purple, who had been engrossed in her notebook, suddenly looked up. Fuwa. Before Fuwa could respond, she immediately rushed toward Purple. Fuwa while holding her. Okay, that we already have. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait. You're from now. I have an idea. I have an idea. Reflecting on her recent experience in the city, Fuwa made a new decision. Purple, how about we visit the museum together again? Huh? Why? There's something I didn't have time to take in fully before, so I want to check it out again. Sure thing. I see Fua wants to draw inspiration from the exhibits. Exhibit, where is it? Yeah. The exhibit was the book. Found it. It's the collection I made. Purple spread open her collection and displayed the precious and heartwarming memories it held to Fuhua. Look at these photos. I took those. I know, but look closely at everyone's expression. What about it? Everyone's smiling. Exactly, that's what I wanted to confirm. You were worried that everyone might get tired of your celebration, so you put all your effort into finding new, unique ways to give them a different experience. But even if the format remains the same, everyone still enjoys themselves. Wow, I guess you're right. If only I had noticed this earlier. I didn't expect everyone to look forward to it so much. I have to work even harder now. You deserve to be confident in your ability to plan a great celebration. If you still want to surprise everyone, I can go to town with you and talk to the people there. Maybe we find some inspiration. Thank you, Miss Fua. Robert jumped excitedly and hugged Fua tightly. How about we go to Kemin now? Since everyone is looking forward to my celebration so much, as long as I plan it according to their expectations, I can't go wrong. The reason everyone supports you is because they can tell how much you care. Great, let's go. Purple held Fua's hand, her face glowing. Such an innocent child. It's fair to see this carefree. I have to help her as much as I can. Hope the celebration was smooth. Okay. This is the first ending, and it's the happy ending. Purple's joy. Oh, now we need to say that we have no idea what to do. Okay. Sorry, I'm drawing and playing. After much contemplation, Fua still had no clue. I'm sorry, Purple, I don't know this world all that well, so I can't come up with anything right now. Okay, thank you. I know I've been pushy about this. Seeing Purple's expression change from eager anticipation to bitter disappointment, Fua was taken back to the time when she was a class monitor. Sometimes overthinking is the worst thing you can do. You just relax, you might stumble upon new inspiration. Eh, what do you mean? Students are often unable to maintain their focus in class for too long, so they need breaks between lessons. Maybe you need a little break. Purple shook her head solemnly. That won't do. A representative must remain alert at all times. I just have to keep researching. If any good ideas come to you, make sure to reach out to me. So saying goodbye to Purple, Fua thought about her experiences over the past few days. Will we be able to resolve all these lingering anomalies and successfully hold the celebration? Oh, I'm happy that I did the right choice first. Ending to be covered. The pity not being able to help. Yeah, especially with Purple. But yeah, I would say that was it for this video. I don't plan on making the other three in this video, since it would at least take another hour and half, 1.5 hours, and that would just be too long for one video. So yeah, I would say we do the rest next episode. And yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, I would be happy about a like, sub and a comment, and I hope I see you all in the next video. Goodbye.